Our story continues from where we left off last time, exploring the perplexing questions. Are people truly oblivious that it's always been a crime for a man to murder his wife? Or are they merely stirring the pot of fear? To delve deeper into this mystery, let's examine the confusion and bewilderment many men feel when they discover the depth and extent of feminine rage towards them. This rage seems to be an enigma, especially when it emanates from some of the most affluent and pampered women in history. What could be the catalyst behind such fury? Internet scribe Henry Yakoff may have hit the nail on the head in his essay, The Effect of Sexual Deprivation on Women. Yakoff suggests that men are resists, not because they are committing some heinous act against women, but quite the opposite. He posits that men are resists because they are not giving women the love they need. This theory flips the conventional narrative on its head. What if the problem isn't that men are preying upon women, but rather, they aren't? If women are yearning for love from men and not receiving it, the typical conservative commentator's instinct to step forward in shining armor, vowing to protect women's purity, is hardly going to be a solution. It's like trying to douse a fire with gasoline. All of these insights lend weight to a theory that's been gaining traction. It's the theory that Western civilization is currently facing an epidemic of male sexual frustration. This isn't about justifying bad behavior or dismissing women's experiences. It's about trying to understand the complex dynamics at play in our society, and perhaps finding a way to bridge the gulf of misunderstanding that seems to be widening by the day. This exploration leads us to a group of individuals often overlooked in these discussions: the forgotten men. These are the men who, despite their best intentions, find themselves caught in the crossfire of a battle they never asked to fight. The ones who, in the pursuit of love and connection, find themselves misunderstood, vilified, and ultimately left out in the cold. All of these insights lend weight to the theory that Western civilization is currently facing an epidemic of male sexual frustration. As we delve deeper into this narrative, we find that the attempt to realize a sexual utopia for women was doomed to fail from the start. The challenge lies in the inherent nature of women's desires, their impossibility, their tendency to conflict, and their unpredictability. The notion of a utopia, an ideal society, is in essence a fallacy. This is particularly true when trying to cater to wishes that are constantly shifting and often at odds with one another. The repercussions of this ill-fated pursuit are far-reaching. The sexual revolution, though heralded as a stride towards liberation, has wrought havoc on societal norms and structures. Monogamy, once the bedrock of society, has been uprooted and tossed aside. The stability of the family unit, the cornerstone of civilization, has been shaken to its core. This revolution has given rise to a new social dynamic, one characterized by a small number of men being aggressively pursued by a significant number of women. This has led to a form of polygamy, where a small group of men are in relationships with multiple women, leaving a large number of men without partners. Fertility rates have taken a hit. The number of children being born has decreased, and many of those who are born now grow up without the presence of a father figure in their lives. The emotional and psychological toll this takes on the children is immeasurable. Amidst this upheaval, an often overlooked issue surfaces: the struggle many decent men face in finding wives. The narrative often centers around women's experiences, but the plight of men is seldom highlighted. One might hear reports that men are happier with their sex lives than women. But is this really the case, or is it a mere facade hiding a deeper malaise? Many men, particularly young men, experience a profound sense of unease when they're unsuccessful with women. This issue, however, is often masked behind a brave front. The reality is often much different than it appears. That is a question we'll continue to explore in our next video. Often, surveys report that men appear to be happier with their sex lives than women. But can we take this at face value? This question invites skepticism towards these surveys, as we must consider the dynamics at play. Women, it seems, are more likely to voice dissatisfaction, to express their complaints. Men, however, particularly young men, experience a profound sense of disappointment when they are unsuccessful with women. Yet they are encumbered by societal pressures to maintain a facade of success, to project an illusion of contentment. It is a charade, a masquerade of happiness, concealing the deep malaise beneath. Consequently, this perpetuates a false perception of success, a distorted image of men's true experiences in their romantic relationships. As we conclude today's discussion, remember that appearances can be deceiving. And as we continue this story in our next video, we'll delve deeper into the societal pressures and misconceptions surrounding men's happiness.